Hey, you guys, I am here with another book review. I'm going to review two books of the same trilogy, the matched book, go this way, and the crossed book. This is book one and book two of the matched trilogy. The third book is Reached. I haven't read it yet, but I wanted to go ahead and review this one first. In my previous video of where I talk about my reading list, I talk about these books, how this was one of the slower paced series of the list that I gave you. So starting with Matched. This book is about three main characters: Cassia, who is the lead female, Kai, and Xander. Xander is Cassia's best friend. And then Kai is a guy that recently moved to the area from the outer regions. And basically this book is about Cassia's journey through the match process. Matched is a dystopian novel where government officials or societal norms are that the government is in control of everything. They control what you eat, how much you exercise, where you go to school, what job careers you have, when you have kids, and who you are matched with and who you marry. So Cassia is matched with Xander, her best friend, which is a rare occurrence. And so she's happy about that. But then she gets this little chip card that has all this information about Xander, her match, that the government has collected. So she puts the card into this little thing, and then it pulls up all this information. And then at the very end, some other guy flashes at the end, and that's Kai. Kai flashes onto the card, which makes Cassia question who she was really matched to. Kai, Xander, and Cassia all associate in the same social circle. They are friends. They have the same friends. They do the same activities, so on and so forth. But Kai, the weird thing about Kai is that because he's an aberration, which is someone who is not of societal norms, someone whose family or someone who has done something wrong and therefore they're outcasted. And Kai was outcasted because of something his father did. And so his aunt and uncle, or I think it's his aunt and uncle, adopted him into their family, which is why he's not thought of as like horribly bad, but he's thought of as, oh, he has like 2 strikes against him instead of 3. So because he has 2 strikes against him, he's not even supposed to be in the matching pool. So that's where the confusion rises of how he even got potentially matched with Cassia. I don't want to give too much away because if you haven't finished reading it or if you haven't started reading it, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do that to you. Bottom line, Cassia starts to question a lot of things against the government, about her feelings, about, all that. And she's like, okay, am I supposed to be with Xander? Am I supposed to be with Kai? So she goes through that whole journey, and I guess I should hold the book up. So she goes through that whole journey, and then at the end, she's trying to discover how she feels about Xander and Kai. At the end, this big plot scheme was revealed. Sorry, Bailey is playing around. Stop it. This big thing was revealed, and Cassia is shocked, and she feels betrayed, and she feels manipulated, and Kai gets taken away. And she discovers some things about what the government has been doing that involves her life and Kai's life and Xander's life. And so the book ends with Kai being gone and Cassia wanting to go after him. I didn't want to give too much away, but I kind of had to give enough away to talk about Crossed. Crossed is the continuation of that journey. Crossed picks up where Match left off with Cassia going after Kai. I swear, you guys, for like the first 100 pages, 150 pages of this book, like 120 pages of this book, Cassia is just chasing after Kai. Like, yeah. She meets some interesting people along the way, which I think was awesome. There were some supplemental and some extra characters, some supporting characters that I actually enjoyed reading about. This book is just basically finding out about how the outcast, the people who live in the outer regions of society, how they even happen, how it came to be, and there's basically a revolution that is wanting to start, and Cassia wants to be a part of that revolution. Kai's not sure if he wants to be a part of that revolution, and so there's just that journey. We are introduced to newer characters, Indy and Eli. Indy is Cassia's friend, Eli is Kai's friend, and there was a guy, I think his name was Hunter, that was in it for a while, and then somebody else whose name I can't remember. And they are trekking across the outer regions of the land that they're in. They're pretty much, it's the outskirts of the main government-ruled society. They're trying to find this group called the Rising, or this movement called the Rising, which is an organization or movement of people who are going to rise against the government and basically take back what was theirs. The government is very controlling, as you learn in Matched as well as in Cross. They control everything. They take tissue samples from when you die. They control when you're born, when you're dead, when you die. They take tissue samples from you when you die, so that depending on what your status was at the time of death, meaning you haven't done anything bad, or you're like just regarded in this high standing, they will take your tissue and store it so that when they discover a way to bring people back to life, they will bring you back using your DNA from that tissue sample. I know, it's so weird. So while they're on that trek of trying to find the Rising, they come across a lot of things, like a bunch of vials, I think like in some mountain that has a bunch of DNA from various citizens, societal citizens, which are the good people that aren't on the outskirts, that aren't excluded from society. Kai learns a little bit more about his, reveals a little bit more about his background and where he's from and how he ended up. Because society is so strict, like I said, they control everything from what you listen to what you read, to what you know, just everything. And so they eventually get to the Rising. And then the Rising, since it's such a covert movement, you have different assignments. And so when they finally reach the Rising, each person is assigned something. Kai is assigned this, and Cassia is assigned this. Cassia is assigned to actually be a Rising spy in normal society. So she has to go back to where she ran away from and infiltrate there and learn all this, that, and the other. And at the end of that book is when we discover, or when we start to discover, that Xander is more than he appeared to be in Matched. Like I said, there are a lot of empty spaces that I'm leaving in this description, or in this summary, because I don't want to give away too much. I want you to at least have smaller nuggets of discovery when you're reading this book. But like I said, I have to spoil some things. Overall, I really enjoyed the books. They're slower than what I would like, yes, but I am the type of person who can take everything in stride. So I wasn't too, surprised that it was this slow, and it wasn't unbearable. So, yeah, I will go ahead and read the third book, and I will get back with you guys soon and review that book as well. There are some neighbors playing outside right now, so that's why I'm kind of staring, because I'm on the second floor of my house and I can see out and downward, and it's kind of weird, and it makes me wonder if they can see me, because that would be sauce. But yeah, so that is it. I know I jumbled around a lot, but I was trying to figure out in my head what to share and what not to share. So leave a comment down below if you have any questions, or if you just want to go back and forth on what you thought of the books, or if you want to read the books, let me know. Until the next time, I will see you soon. Bye.